A new year began with fireworks over the water. But inside one quiet house on Jerusalem Road, the celebration ended in silence. A woman who had just decided to leave her husband vanished before sunrise. No body. No goodbye. Only a trail of digital searches that would later read like a confession. Stay with me. Because this is the story of Brian Walshe, and the man who made her disappear. Cohasset, Massachusetts. Winter 2023. Salt air, frozen lawns, holiday lights still blinking on colonial homes. Jerusalem Road curves along the coast like a secret kept too long. The house at number 16 is modern, cedar-shingled, set back from the street. Inside, the heat runs high, the Christmas tree still stands, and 3 little boys sleep upstairs. Outside, the Atlantic wind carries the faint smell of snow. Everything looks perfect. Everything is wrong. Brian Walshe was light in motion. Born in Serbia, she built a life in America most only dream of. A senior executive at Tishman Speyer in Washington, D.C. A mother who flew home every weekend to kiss her sons goodnight. She loved art, travel, the sound of her boys laughing. She feared losing control of her future. In late December 2022, she told a close friend she intended to leave her husband after the holidays. That decision would cost her everything. December 31, 2022. Anna lands at Logan after driving up from D.C. She and Brian host a small New Year's Eve dinner at home. The boys go to bed early. Fireworks echo over the harbor at midnight. Anna is last known to be alive in the house that night. January 1st dawns cold and gray. Brian later tells police Anna took a rideshare to the airport around 6 a.m. No rideshare ever arrived. No security camera recorded her leaving. Her phone never moves again after midnight. January 4th, 2023. Anna's employer calls Cohasset police. Anna has missed critical meetings. Brian reports his wife missing that same day. His voice on the 911 call is calm. Officers arrive. The house is immaculate. Anna's toothbrush is dry. Her suitcase is still in the closet. Something is deeply wrong. Detectives begin with routine questions. They quickly hit walls. No credit card use. No flight booked. No trace of Anna anywhere. Brian is on federal home confinement for art fraud. His ankle monitor places him at the house all night. On January 8th, police seize his phones and tablets. What they find inside will turn a missing person case into one of the most chilling prosecutions in Massachusetts history. February 2023. Brian Walshe is charged with murder. Prosecutors lay out a timeline built on Google searches made from his son's iPad and his own devices. 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to. Hacksaw best tool to dismember. How long before a body floats? How to clean blood from a wooden floor. Searches made hours after Anna was last seen alive. Trash transferred from the home is recovered. A broken hacksaw. Bloody rags. A Tyvek suit with both their DNA. Anna's COVID vaccination card. Her Hermes scarf. No body is ever found. November 2025. Brian pleads guilty to misleading investigators and improper transport of human remains. He still denies murder. His trial begins December 1, 2025 in Dedham. Anna's mother flies from Serbia to watch. 3 little boys wait for a mother who will never come home. Some houses keep their secrets. This one gave them up, one search at a time. Thank you for walking this path with me, for holding space for Anna and her family. If these stories matter to you, please subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so this new channel can keep telling them. Your presence here is everything. Let's grow this together, one truth at a time. A man sits alone in the dark, the glow of an iPad lighting his face. It is 4:47 a.m., January 1, 2023. His wife has not been seen for hours. His fingers type a question no innocent husband ever asks. The answer he chooses will haunt prosecutors, jurors, and an entire coastline for years. Listen closely. Because these keystrokes became Brian Walshe's epitaph. Cohasset in January is a town wrapped in salt and silence. Snow muffles the streets. The harbor lies flat and gunmetal gray. At 16 Jerusalem Road, the lights stay on late. Inside, the heat is turned high to mask the chill that has nothing to do with weather. Brian Walshe, once a promising art dealer, now under house arrest for selling fake Warhols, moves through rooms that no longer feel like home. Anna had planned her escape carefully. Texts recovered later show she intended to separate in early January. She had confided in colleagues. She had looked at apartments in D.C. Brian knew. He had hired a private investigator to follow her. He had searched best state for a man to divorce. On December 27, 2022, He Googled her DC colleague's name 15 times in 1 hour. New Year's Eve passes in forced celebration. Anna cooks for the boys. Brian pours wine. Midnight comes and goes. Sometime in the early hours of January 1st, Anna Walshe disappears from the face of the earth. Brian's timeline. 6 a.m., Anna leaves in a rideshare for Logan Airport. Reality. No rideshare was called. No airport camera ever records her. Her phone's last ping is inside the house at 12:03 a.m. At 4:47 a.m., someone using the family iPad searches. What is the penalty for murdering someone in Massachusetts? By 9:30 a.m., Home Depot surveillance shows Brian buying bleach, mops, tarps, and a hacksaw. January 2nd to 7th. More searches. Can police track a body in a dumpster? How long for DNA to degrade? What happens to hair on a dead body? Surveillance places Brian at transfer stations dumping heavy bags. Investigators later recover a rug with blood, a broken knife, Anna's designer purse, cut into pieces. January 8th. Police execute a search warrant. Brian is arrested, initially for misleading the investigation. February 2023. Murder charge filed. The Commonwealth declares it will seek life without parole. In court documents, prosecutors write, "This was not a crime of passion. This was a crime of preparation. Some men destroy with their hands. Others destroy with a cursor." The courtroom is cold. December 2025. Anna's mother sits in the front row, clutching a photograph of her daughter. Across from her, Brian Walshe, orange jumpsuit, rosary beads, waits for the evidence to speak. Day after day, the prosecutor projects the searches onto a screen larger than life. Each one lands like a stone in still water. Watch. Because this is the moment a marriage becomes a crime scene. Norfolk Superior Court, Dedham. Outside, winter rain lashes the windows. Inside, the air is thick with the weight of what will never be unsaid. Judge Diane Frenier presides. 12 jurors and 4 alternates sit in silence as the Commonwealth begins. Opening statements. Prosecutor Greg Connor. On January 1, 2023, the defendant murdered his wife in their Cohasset home. He dismembered her body. He disposed of her remains. And then he lied about it for as long as he could. Defense attorney Larry Tipton. Brian Walshe did not kill his wife. He found her dead and, in panic, tried to cover it up. Day 1. Cohasset Sergeant Harrison Schmidt plays Brian's police interview. Brian laughs at one point while saying, "Finding my wife is the most important thing right now." The laughter echoes in the courtroom like a gunshot. Day 2. State Police digital forensics expert Nicholas Guarino takes the stand. He reads the searches aloud, one by one. The jury does not blink. Anna's mother closes her eyes. Day 3. Records custodians from Uber, Lyft, and the airlines confirm. No ride was ever summoned. No ticket was ever used. Anna Walshe never left that house alive. Evidence photos are shown. The hacksaw purchased January 1st. The Tyvek suit stained with both their DNA. Anna's vaccination card, found in a dumpster 30 miles away. Brian Walshe pleaded guilty weeks earlier to misleading police and improper conveyance of a human body. He admits he moved her remains. He still denies he took her life. The question hangs in the air like frost. If panic alone drove him, why did the searches begin before sunrise, while Anna was still warm? Some truths are written in blood. Others are written in browser history. Thank you for bearing witness with me. Your attention honors Anna and her boys more than you know. If this channel is to keep telling stories like hers, we need you. Subscribe, share, ring the bell. Together we make sure no one is forgotten. The basement light flickers. January 1st, 2023. A man works alone. The sound of a saw. The smell of bleach. The weight of bags too heavy for one trip. By the time the sun rises over Cohasset, Anna Walshe has been reduced to evidence. And the man who once promised to protect her is carrying her out in pieces. The house on Jerusalem Road is quiet now. Police tape flutters in the wind. Investigators in Tyvek suits move room to room. Luminol reveals what the eye cannot. Faint traces of blood on the basement floor. A handprint on a railing, quickly wiped, never erased. Recovered items from dumpsters and transfer stations. A damaged necklace Anna wore on New Year's Eve. A COVID mask with her lipstick. A coat she was last seen wearing, sliced into strips. Fragments of a life, scattered like ash. Brian's ankle monitor places him at the house all night. His Home Depot receipt is timestamped 9:14 a.m. January 1st. His Google searches continue for days. How to embalm a body. What does formaldehyde do? Can you be charged with murder without a body? Prosecutors allege the murder happened in the early hours of January 1st. Motive: jealousy and impending divorce. Anna was the family breadwinner. Brian faced federal prison for fraud. She had begun moving money into accounts he could not touch. In recorded jail calls, Brian tells his mother, "If something happened, they'll think I did it because of the fraud case." He never says he is innocent. Some crimes are hidden in plain sight. Others are hidden in trash bags no one thought to check. The trial continues. December 2025. Every seat is taken. Anna's mother flies in from Serbia for every session. 3 little boys remain shielded from the cameras. The evidence is complete. The searches, the receipts, the blood, the fragments of a life thrown away. Now the jury must decide what those fragments prove. Closing arguments. Prosecutor: he planned. He killed. He cleaned. He lied. And he did it all while his children slept upstairs. Defense: graveyard desecration is not murder. Panic is not premeditation. The judge instructs the jury: you may infer murder from circumstantial evidence. A body is not required. Verdict watch begins. Outside the courthouse, candles burn for Anna. Inside, 12 strangers hold a woman's life in their hands. Whatever the outcome, Anna Walshe will not come home. Her sons will grow up without her voice reading bedtime stories. Her mother will never again hear her laugh across an ocean. But her name is spoken every day in that courtroom. And in living rooms across the country where people now check their partner's search history and wonder. This is not the end of Anna's story. It is the beginning of how the world remembers her. Some absences can never be filled. Some echoes never fade. Thank you, truly, for staying until the last word. Anna's light deserves to be carried forward. If you believe these stories should keep being told, please subscribe, share this series, and turn on notifications. You are the reason this channel exists. Let's keep her name alive, together.